And welcome back. Of course, a little early start on Halloween with our face masks, and it's a preview of what we'll be discussing today. We have with us the treasurer of the Rotary Club of San Ignacio, Linda Kimble. Good morning. Hopefully people recognize you with your mask on.
I hope not. That's a good idea.
And Linda is here to tell us the details about the Rotary Club's latest fundraiser, the Masquerade Ball.
Yes. Exactly.
Good morning. How are you?
Awesome.
So Linda, let's talk first a bit about Rotary Club of San Ignacio, how long the charter has been established, and how many people are a part of it.
Yeah, 1998 was the actual charter for the club in San Ignacio. At this current time, I think we have about 18 or 19 members. A very active club, very well known. Size doesn't necessarily mean anything. This club does probably more projects than clubs their size in other countries. Wow. So we bring a lot of revenue into the country.
And what's your flagship program? Each Rotary usually has a focus program that they work at. What's San Ignacio's one?
San Ignacio is our program, and our focus is educate our youth. And our feeling is that we really have a mission to make sure that the future is going to be bright for young people, and considering the fact that in Belize, high school is only provided till, or school's only provided till 8th grade. You know, at that point, you have a lot of situations with families that may be single parents. You have very highly scholastic students that want to go to school and they want to have an education, a career, and a future. And by applying to our scholarship program, they very well, if they're in this program, we'll take them through high school, 4 years.
So full scholarship.
Yep.
Books, tuition, fees.
We pay for the school. We expect the students to participate in some way. We feel like they need to be vested, you know, in the program. And but we do shepherd them through the program. Try to provide some mentor options, you know, for them, so we can, you know, these are young kids, teenagers. They're going to go through the normal ups and downs, and so we try to be there for them.
And how?
I was just about to ask that. And how many kids have you been able to help?
We've had about 75 through the program. At any one given time, because it's a 4-year program, we take about 6 scholars in per year. It's a very scrutinized petition. They apply. They have to tell us why it is they want a scholarship, what their view is for the future. Their counselors recommend them, and of course their grades are involved. So 6 students a year. And so we have 24 in the program, or 24 in the program at any given time.
And you keep contact with them too, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Once they're with us, we become part of their life. Not every day, but you know, we're there for them, and we want to see them be successful.
So where did the idea for a masquerade ball come from?
That's probably my craziness. To be
Linda,
truthful.
you're so tame this morning. I don't know. People are saying,
Well,
really?
That's why you need to be there Saturday night, because
It's what happens when the masks are on.
That's right. Your a whole other personality gets to come out. No, we do a fundraiser, a large fundraiser once a year, and it's not just for the scholarship fund. It's because of the other things that we do in the community. And we have what was called Rotary Park that's right on the edge of Santa Elena as you come into town. You know, we have other clubs that participate with us and are part of building those things, but education has so many facets, and one of them is we want to find these kids occupied in other ways than getting into trouble and so forth. And so recreation is one thing. There's actually a monumental concrete movie screen that has been built in that park, and so there'll be movies. We want to see families coming there with their kids.
Movies in the park.
Movies in the park. And so the other side of it in education is an example. We build what is called toilet block projects, and we found that education is impacted by disease, which is one of the main focuses of Rotary International, one of their 6. And when you have very unsanitary situations at the schools, and if you've seen some of these schools, I would call them outhouses.
Yeah, they have outdoor bathrooms.
Yeah, and they can be very. This is these are our new projects after we build them. But we'll go in and build boys and girls bathrooms, privacy, And we've seen absenteeism in the schools go down from 20% down to maybe 2%.
Fantastic, yeah.
So that affects their education. If they're not in school, you know, long term, they may wind up leaving school.
Definitely. And you want to encourage that warm environment. You're not just there to learn, you're there to feel comfortable.
Right. Yeah. Well, and you know, sickness, the bladder infections and things like that that come from those outhouse, we teach them. They go through a hygiene program. When we build a brand new project for a school, the school, the teachers, and the students all go through a hygiene program to teach them what brings about illness and how it can be spread and how it affects them. So we kind of try to not just give them a brand new facility, we want to try to educate them for the future.
And so your events are catered to raise funds for all these different programs.
Exactly.
And to sustain, you know, the scholarship programs, invest in more sanitary projects and recreation projects as well.
Exactly, and as an example, we've been involved in water quality. Actually, we did a project that was through the country. Sacred Heart College that is in San Ignacio, at one point in time, the campus used to be flooded all the time. And through our coordinated efforts with our other partnership clubs and Rotary International, we were able to bring that project so that we put an actual canal system through the school. Wow. Now, how does that affect absenteeism when the school shut down, no access? So you have to look at the promotion of education in a lot of different ways. And once that canal system was put in there, the flooding of the campus stopped. And so it made a school environment that was acceptable. So, you know, we have to look at education from a lot of ways, and in this country there can be some things that impact, you know, education, attendance, and so forth.
That. And finding it harder and harder to stay serious with the mask on.
Yeah.
No, don't take it off. Don't take it off. I love hearing about the programs, and I think it's always important that people know that, you know, when you attend a fundraiser, it goes towards a cause, but there's also a lot of effort put in to ensure that your experience is enjoyable.
Yeah, exactly.
And you always have more fun when you're in costume, right?
Well, you know, I say it's about bringing the child out in people, because we don't get to play that much as an adult.
That's true.
And so, you know, in bringing people together, because the whole effort is to raise funds, but the real effort is to raise funds and bring people together in an environment. We would need to expose Rotary for what we do. Just as an example, our little Rotary Club has brought in over $4.2 million worth of projects and improvements in our area. And we do that by the joint efforts. We have other clubs in Canada and so forth that come and partner with us. And then Rotary International matches those funds. What we're able to bring in and actually affect in the area is monumental. I don't know of any other civic organization that has actually had that kind of monetary impact structurally and both educationally as Rotary Club has been able to have.
And when it comes to the causes that you support, is it a case where you look for the need, or is it a case where you see that maybe this would be a good area for us to invest in?
You mean as in the toilet blocks at schools?
Yeah.
We actually work with the Ministry of Education. And we originally started out, there was about 29 schools that were targeted. These are primary schools. And in visiting them one by one, we were able to determine what's the worst situation in a school, try to correct those first. At this point, we have completed 12 projects. And we have 2 more online. One of them will probably be one of the most complicated that we've had to do, and it's because of the site is very difficult and drainage is very difficult. You know, in a normal situation, we might go in there and get one of those knocked out in about 4 or 5 months. This one is going to actually have an engineered septic system, which is something it's costly, but you have to protect the environment around.
And you're thinking more long term, not just a short term solution.
Exactly. We overbuild these units, and that's based on school growth. You know, with the kids, more kids in a school. So it's not just for now. Hopefully, we're kind of looking 10 years out.
So I think we've spoken about why people need to support the Rotary, and now you've put together this event so that people can attend and know that they're giving back to the community. So tell us about the Masquerade Ball.
The Masquerade Ball, our annual event, is at the San Ignacio Resort Hotel. We're having a very a scrumptious dinner with crusted grouper and steak combination. So they get a really great meal to start the fellowship together. There's an hour before that we can kind of come in. There's 2 auctions. There's a silent auction and a premier auction. And during that time, this group, Omalewa, yeah, same. You can tell my background.
It's a Carlos Peruta band. We call it that sometimes.
Well, I know they perform here in Belize City most of the time, but we did have a 3-piece of their unit that did our magic show dinner last year. Amazing.
Yeah.
Really amazing group. And it just so happens that Lynn Young, who's highly involved, is in San Ignacio with B-Call. They actually have been our premier sponsor, for the fundraiser.
And Motown Memories, that's going to be fun.
Boy, it's right up our alley. I mean, somebody said, some young person, they said, "Who's Motown?" And I said,
"Oh, you're going to love it." Yeah.
Motown is forever.
Yeah.
There's some music genres that are going to be around forever.
So what is the difference between a costume party and a masquerade ball?
Well, in a masquerade ball, the evening wear, evening attire is called for, so you don't need to be in a ball gown necessarily. The masquerade, just a nice evening dress. Black is always appropriate for everybody.
Definitely.
But really, when they come in the door, they will get their own mask. Those, and if you're a guy, you might have something a little more crazy. We had these actually at a club meeting last week, and I was just shocked. All of these guys, I thought maybe we could get them to put them on. They all were wearing them, and I thought, it just takes a couple of people to actually start in, and then everybody wants to do it. It's kind of like the first person that goes on the dance floor. Once somebody's out there, everybody wants to do it. So,
well, we jumped up when we saw the masks, and obviously we're eager to put them on to showcase. And it's part of the dress up fun. Let me show the male one. This isn't for the females, but this is what the men will be wearing.
It's very.
Now, I think if you were wearing that, you may not know who that is.
This will definitely keep you incognito the entire time, right? Yeah. You wouldn't know it's me, right, Jamie?
I don't think so.
And so but the masks, most importantly, will be provided as a part of your.
Will be. If you have purchased a ticket for the event, you will get your own mask when you come in the door. We're pretty much going to leave it up to people to, the women will wear different colored dresses. We have all kinds of opportunities for masks. So they may want it to match their outfit, and they may want to just get crazy. So.
But can you bring your own mask for those who are?
Sure. And in fact, I know a couple of people that once they heard about this,
they started
ordered a dress from the States and also ordered their own mask.
Wow.
So I think people have actually gotten into the flavor of the program.
Yeah, so there'll be a little guessing game at the San Ignacio Hotel. Who's behind the mask?
Yeah, I think we're going to probably try to take a lot of pictures. That's future evidence.
Yeah. So, what is the cost of the ticket?
The tickets are $100 a piece. A good portion of that, obviously, is the dinner that's provided. Some portion of that goes actually to Rotary. Can I remove this?
Yes, you can. It makes your eyes water. Yeah.
Yeah. Part of the portion of the ticket does go to our Rotary fund, and but our auction actually is the premier fundraising.
I was just about to ask about the auction.
Yeah, we have just some amazing things. When we go out to the community, and there's so many groups that are asking for things to contribute, and I've done a lot of the searching for some of the items for our auction, and I almost leave people kind of go, oh, somebody else wants something. And I thought, you have to try to participate, because we can do. I mean, as a volunteer club, I mean, Rotary is not there's no payment for that. We all volunteer our services, and it's professionals that have decided they can make a difference. Then we look at the community and say, look, we can do so many things. We can do so much with our funds availability that we can get into this country, but we need you to help. When we call to help, we need you to be a part of the solution, and people have just been amazing. So we wound up having 8 premier, which is the live auction, Everything. I don't know if you've ever been to Casa Santo Domingo over in Antigua, the restored monastery. They chipped in. I've been there. I'm definitely going to be bidding on that one myself. But the Grand Belize, Caribe Belize over on the island, Ambergris has jumped in, and just a lot of great things. I mean, we've got, you know, expensive equipment and things like that. People have donated patio furniture, just about anything you could think of.
So let's go through the details of the auctions. Not everybody always understands how a silent auction works, right? So the live is the bidding, the actual bidding while you're there.
Exactly.
But the silent is different. The silent, you got to stay on top of your game.
It is.
Yeah.
You're bidding against everybody, and that's really a full participation where you may have large items, such as the hotel in Antigua, which is a couple $1,000, or the condos over in Belize or Cancun. You know, those are large auction items. These other things, they come with a bid sheet, and everybody is able to go through. You kind of can touch, feel, see what it is that you like, pick out things that you may have been looking for, and then you can put your own bid down on there in increments. They're usually all increment depending on the volume of the size of the auction item, and you put your signature by there and how much you want to bid. Well, the next person coming in line might say, I want that,
and I'll top it,
and they're going to up their bid, and they're going to put a bid, and they're going to sign it. So it's all by signature. There is a time, and we will have 10 auction tables. They'll be closed incrementally, and when they call them and say, you know, in 10 minutes, tables 1 and 2 are going to close, that's your last chance. I actually was in another auction that was held in Belmopan, and there was a couple of items I really, really wanted, and I figured out at the end, I'm not too smart at that, because I think that guy was standing right by the table. So when they said like 10 seconds, you like ran over there and signed that, but that's
and sometimes they don't tell you when it's going to close.
No.
It's like, sometime within the next hour.
Yeah, so it's kind of a little competition type of thing.
Yeah.
But in the end, you realize, I mean, you got some things, and you really you paid for something you probably would have bought anyway.
Yeah.
But it winds up becoming a part of the whole process, and it contributes to the fund, and it helps us continue on and do what we do.
So the Masquerade Ball will be October 28th,
This
Saturday at 6 p.m. at the San Ignacio Hotel. Your ticket provides for your dinner, your entertainment, your mask if you don't have your own, and most importantly, go with some cash, or be prepared to participate in the auction.
Yeah, and actually we'll be accepting Visa credit cards, so you can spend your future in any way that you want to, but cash and checks, we do take local checks. These are, you know, we trust everybody. But I think that in the end, it's a matter of, I mean, I look at these vacations, the things you kind of think about and talk about, but if you can get that sort of thing at a price that you couldn't get normally, it's the time to do it.
And is there a limited number of tickets available?
There was 150. I'm not quite sure where we are on that, but I think we're getting close. So there may be 20 or so left.
And how do people get tickets?
Well, the hotel actually has some. We've left some of them. Any Rotary member, San Ignacio Rotary member that you know, I think my number and another member, only reason we listed mine, this isn't a competition, we're just trying to get as many out there as we can. But this gentleman happens to be in a business where he answers his phone every 3 seconds. So I put his number on there without his permission.
But you can call either one of those numbers and find out where you can get tickets.
Sure, and if I don't have them, I can certainly get them for you.
Okay. Well, Linda, thank you for stopping in and telling us all about your event taking place this Saturday. It is for a great cause, and you get to have some fun as well. The Masquerade Ball takes place on Saturday, and it supports the scholarship program for the Rotary Club of San Ignacio.
Correct.
Thank you so much for being here, and best of luck this weekend. I'm sure you guys are going to have a ball.
We are.
We're going to go ahead now and take our final break, and when we come back, we'll have our wrap up, so stay tuned.